Hey everyone, Parker Get a Job here, and today I debated someone that was literally an insane MAGA supporter that gaslit me like a million times, was humiliated when I ran their same arguments against them. I educated them on a lot of things, like literally like how the economy functions, like basic economics. I educated them on the interworkings of waste and efficiency with the federal government in terms of debt-related spending, and we talked about plenty of different issues like immigration and whatnot. And it seemingly is that he didn't really have any good justifications for his position. So make sure to go check out the video. Subscribe if you're new. I appreciate you coming through.
If I could have used the foot, I would have.
Okay. Why did you vote for Donald Trump?
I voted for the mass deportations, the drilling, the tariffs, the taxes, but mostly the mass deportations.
The mass deportations, tariffs, and then you said what else?
The drilling, the taxes, Doge, everything is perfect, bro.
Okay. Okay. Here, actually, let's write all of these down for you. Is that fair? Is that a fair thing to do?
Yeah,
Can
that's
we
fair.
can we write this down? You said Doge. You said what else? Tariffs,
Tariffs,
mass deportation.
mass deportation,
What else?
tariffs, magical word, tariffs.
Doge, tariffs, mass deportation. What else?
And drilling. Did I say drilling? We said drilling.
Drilling. Okay, okay. All right. Here's my question. Name a single policy under any four of those topics that would actually implement one of those things.
Name a single policy under any of those.
Yeah,
Okay,
under
so
either Doge, tariffs, mass
25.
deportation, or drilling that enforces those particular things to occur.
Well, here's the thing with Doge, right? We're just speculating. We don't actually even know if he's actually even auditing. He could be going in there, sitting down, drinking coffee, and then coming down with some fake numbers, right? So we can't really debate until everything is fully audited and come down. But I have to tell you that I did vote for that. You know what I mean?
And the policy was
There's no there's no
not a
policy.
single policy that he can
Not a
mention
single
with
policy,
with
Harry.
Doge, tariffs, mass deportation, and or drilling.
No, no, no. There's EOs in regards
Go
to
ahead, give me a
the.
single executive order.
All right, let me put it on the screen for you. Hold on a
No,
second. Let
just
me.
tell me the name of it.
No, I don't know the name of
Tell
it,
me
and I
what
don't
it
know.
did.
Okay, there were three. One specifically set up a council to help facilitate the drilling, to break through the bureaucracy as best they can. And there was another one that repealed the methane fee that was enacted in the Inflation Reduction Act. This was a terrible idea. And
You
then
don't
the
you don't you
third,
don't you don't think wait, by the way, you don't like the Inflation Reduction Act?
I don't have anything against the Inflation Reduction Act. My gripe would be with the American Rescue Plan.
Okay, well then okay, well so you do like everything that comes from the Inflation Reduction Act.
No, not why do I have to like everything in a loaded bill? These aren't standalone
I know,
bills for
I
me
was
to
just asking.
completely
So you
like them.
don't so okay, so then you like
I
most
don't.
things?
Okay, I've read through it lightly. I can't say that I have 100% knowledge on the Inflation Reduction Act, but the majority of it,
Can you tell me one provision?
no, no. Hold on, I can't tell you like right off the bat one provision, man. And you
Okay.
kind of asking these leading questions. You're not even like acknowledging the why I voted for him. So,
Yeah,
so
okay, let's talk about this then. Doge, you want to do that because of like reducing waste, right?
we can try to mitigate fraud, waste, and abuse. Yeah,
Fraud, waste, and abuse. That fraud, waste, and abuse is Donald Trump. Okay?
a
Not
great
trolling.
point.
Not trolling. Literally, all of those words apply to Donald Trump. I'm not trolling. Not only that, but we can talk about the fact that Donald Trump, literally, he signed off more debt-related spending by 4 trillion comparative to the Biden-Harris administration, according to the Committee for Responsible Federal Budget. And his campaign plans comparative to Harris would have done 4 trillion more over the next 10 years comparative to the Biden-Harris administration. So comparative to Democrats, he over his entire administration, comparative to Democrats being in those positions, added like 8 trillion. Will add 8 trillion more. That's insane.
Yeah, yeah. So 8 trillion. Two of that trillion was what he didn't accrue from corporations and the population through the TCJA. The other 2 trillion was on military spending. So you're judging Trump's 4-year term by the last 7 months of his presidency because that's
No, I'm
when
talking about
most of the
extra
print.
debt. I'm not talking about extra debt related
Not
spending.
finished.
Also, you can look at the non versus
Are you
non-COVID versus
nervous?
COVID related spending.
Are you nervous, bro? Let me finish.
No, I was just
All
showing
right,
you how
you
what
do
you were
this
saying
every
was
night,
wrong.
bro. Let me finish. No. Four. Now, how did I say what I was wrong? What I'm telling you is that four of that 8 trillion was due to the printing they did for COVID. Okay, so you're judging his 4 year term by the last 7 months. That's disingenuous. All
Not
right.
true. Not
Take
true.
out,
Not
take
true.
if you
Not
take.
true. Not true.
Hold
Not
on.
true. Not true. Can I prove
If
that
you
wrong?
very true, very true.
Can
Put
I
it on
can
the
I
screen
prove that
then.
wrong?
You can
So the
actually.
Committee for Responsible Federal Budget.
No, no, don't tell me. Put it on the screen. You would ask me to put it on the screen, right?
I wouldn't tell you to put on the screen. I'd tell you to give me a title, and I can give you a title from the Committee for Responsible Federal Budget. Trump and Biden, the National Debt Committee for Responsible Federal Budget. Look it up right now. Okay, it will show you 8.4 trillion overall for Trump, 4.8 trillion non-COVID
I
related.
know how much he spent, bro. I'm not saying he didn't spend that. I'm just saying you're
Can I
judging
finish?
his 4 year. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, if you look at the Committee for Responsible Federal Budget, Trump and Biden, the national debt, you can see 8.4 trillion overall, 4.8 trillion non-COVID related for Trump, and then 4.3 trillion overall, 2.2 trillion non-COVID related for Biden.
Yeah, you're still that you repeating that fast doesn't make it like a true rebuttal to the
I'm
fact
not like
that you're
trying to
judging
speak fast.
him.
That's just how I speak. I'm sorry. I'm
All
sorry that
right.
like you because I said it fast, you couldn't hear what I was saying. You could ask me
No,
to
I heard.
clarify, but
I
just
heard
because I
what
said
you
it
said.
fast doesn't make me wrong.
It doesn't make you right.
I
All
never
right.
said it
So
made me right. When
I
did I
let.
fucking do that?
What is
Name
it?
one time I was like on the live. I was like, me saying this quickly means I'm right. No, I've never fucking said that. Why do people say this? Are you okay? Is your brain
Bro,
functioning
why are you
properly?
crashing?
Because I
Why
said
are
it
you
quickly
crashing,
doesn't mean
bro?
I'm wrong. Because I said
Why are
it
you
quickly
crashing?
doesn't mean
Like
I'm right.
I
I
feel
never
your
made that
saliva,
claim.
all, bro. I feel your saliva on my forehead. Like fall back, bro. Chill, relax.
Don't tell me to
Don't crash,
relax.
bro.
I'm good.
Bro, all right, but are you nervous, bro? This is your home. I'm on
Oh,
your.
why are you gaslighting me? Like
I'm
actually
not
gaslighting me.
gaslighting you. I'm asking
You
you to
saying, "Oh,
relax,
why are you
bro.
nervous?" You totally know that I'm not nervous. I'm sitting here completely fine. You're acting like I'm nervous because you're trying to gaslight me
Okay,
into a position where
no,
you
I'm
think
not
that
trying to
like I'm
gaslight you. You were
embarrassed or I
acting
think that like I'm
different.
being like argued against from a
You were acting
legitimate
different
stance.
with the
You haven't
last
given a
guest, and
single
now you're
policy. You
different
haven't
with
given
me.
any sources. You haven't given any argument. You have no policy positions. You don't even know what you're talking about on the live and you sit here and you think that I'm scared or nervous talking to you?
Yeah, I'm
For
just
what
saying you're
reason?
acting
For
different,
what
bro.
reason?
Why are you? Here we are, man. Let's look at this. I voted for again mass deportation, the tariffs, the. I don't. I told you about the drilling, what he's doing. You asked what EO. Let me get you the name over here and turn on my screen for you. Flip my screen for you. Hold up. I have mad tabs open. I do this all day. Apology. I'm addicted to TikTok, bro.
What were you showing me?
Now I'm trying to find the EO to prove. You said
Okay,
you
yeah,
need
yeah.
the.
Go find that EO. You can find anything if you'd like. Can I ask you a question while you look it up? I'm just gonna ask you a question while you look it up.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Would you vote for Donald Trump, right, if you were held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman?
Oh man, not an emotional conversation, bro. Can we have the CPI
First of all, crime.
conversation? Can we talk about the tariffs, Harry? Come on.
My name is Parker. Okay.
Oh, it's Paul. This Parker.
Like
My
you
bad. I
couldn't
didn't.
name
I
me a
just didn't
single
reflect, bro.
economic policy, so you don't even have the position to sit here and tell me that I like to mention or talk about policy when you don't even know a single policy we could talk about. What conversation could we have?
Yo, relax. How are you telling me you don't know a single policy and you only asked me for a provision in the Inflation Reduction Act? You asked me for what EO. I'm trying to tell you, I found the name. The National Emergency Dominance Council paves way for unleashing American energy. That's one that forms the council
What did
to
it
help
do? What did it
facilitate
do
all you
though?
did. They help it. There's a lot of bureaucracy around the oil drilling and fracking. So they help for this. This is the one, he wants to deregulate a lot of things because regulation and supply side economics don't really go together, man. So for
Okay,
every
so you want to
10 regulation,
deregulate energy production. So you want to make it.
he
You want to
wasn't
make
one.
it. You know
Listen,
the reason why some of those regulations exist
you're
is to
injecting into
prevent
what
people in the
your
public being
questions
harmed.
inject to what I say, and it's not what I say, bro.
I'm currently trying to respond. You're not listening. What
Go
I
ahead, I'm
learned,
listening. Go ahead.
yeah, well, I have a degree in economics. What I learned in these economic courses when I took environmental economics is that the reason why certain types of regulations like this exist from an economic perspective is to reduce the level of negative impact on social welfare within society, right? If you were not to impose a regulation, because right there's going to be plenty of people that are impacted by these lack of safety regulations, where like their water supply, their air supply, which can affect their literal health. Okay, so there's plenty of things that we can talk about within the context of the population that these regulations would be relevant, particularly at like addressing in terms of social welfare. So like I think you're looking at this from like actually, if we had less regulation, it would be more
I'm
efficient when it
not
comes to this oil
saying to
production. Actually, that's
deregulate
not true if
completely.
you look at the data.
I'm not saying deregulate completely. You know, America keeps a regulation that have a standard, keep a standard of humanity in our country, and I'm appreciative of it. What I'm saying is that there's a lot of redundant oh, my child. Listen, what you got to understand is that there's over regulation is different. Over regulation.
Okay, so what
Brandon, did you?
over-regulation? Can you name one regulation that you disagree with?
I one regulation that I disagree with. I gotta look up the names.
I know,
Okay.
I know. Can you name the
Can
concept?
you
Can you
name
name
a
the
regulation
concept
that you
of
do agree
hold
with?
hold on, hold
Can
on.
you name a regulation that you do agree with?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with minimum
Fire
wage.
off.
Yeah, I agree with
No,
minimum
no,
wage.
an environmental
I
regulation.
An environmental regulation, absolutely. I agree with EPA restrictions in terms of like the Clean Water Act, right? I agree with EPA restrictions
We all
on hold up on different types of production for plastics, right? I agree with the
that's
EP.
not a specific regulation by title. I can name things
Oh,
that I don't
yeah, I
like.
can. I'm giving you the. I asked you for the concept, right, of the particular regulation. I can name you particular regulations like I did. We can reference the cafe regulation, right, for automobiles, right. That is a regulation that I think particularly should exist, right, for what's it called, like fuel efficiency standards. Does it make sense? That's an explicit example.
On hand exactly I didn't look at a list of regulation
I
and
didn't either. I that's just like something
I
I've seen
So,
have
throughout my
so
life.
wait, brother, you have no sources? Is that what you're saying? You
yo
you came you came up here on this live with almost
yo
7,000 people to demonstrate everything that you don't know to Parker, and you decided to
yo me
bring
and
no
Parker were having a
sources,
productive conversation.
no
You're gonna
no
shift it
actual
to
facts,
shaming me, bro.
right?
That's what you're doing. You're gonna
Hey,
shift it to insult him, Big Bread.
listen. Where's your
You've been
facts?
waiting on this moment to dunk on Big Bread because he always smacking you up on your panel.
Thank you for the dragon. You know that's not true. Hey,
You finally
brother,
got help from
brother,
Dean, so you feeling
brother,
courageous because you run on
brother,
every platform that I
brother.
hop
So
on.
now I'm
Where's your
Dean. Now I'm
source?
Dean. Now I'm
Where's
Dean.
your
Oh,
source?
my bad. Parker.
You run around and you get smacked around by everybody, and now
Now
you're
you
up here to get
brave.
smacked around by Parker.
Listen,
Go
now you
for it.
brave. Parker named the regulations, so you got muscles in your chest to stand up to Big Bread now, because you run on
Mm-hmm.
every panel that I get
Mm-hmm.
on, and you say
Mm-hmm.
you're a one-trick pony, and you
Oh,
run
you
from
are.
me. Is that
You
not?
are.
Is that
You're
not the case?
absolutely a one-trick pony. What have
But
you
now
actually
you're on the
substan
panel because you
So
getting
cool,
help.
cool. So
Now the white
what have
man
you
came
actually
to save you,
substantiated?
huh?
What have you
Huh?
actually
The white dude from
substantiated so
Harris with
far?
the cape. So you feel confident to
What
talk to
have you
Big
actually
Bread?
substantiated?
Crazy, man.
That's all you got?
And then, no, it's
Really?
annoying because I
Okay,
always want to
okay,
debate you, but now
okay.
you confident because you got Harry
Cool.
next to
So
you.
I'm
You bugging
here.
out.
I'm
Dude,
here.
this
I'm
guy is
here.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Vanity.
I got it right. Look, my bad, bro. I got it right. Me and Parker will have a construction conversation. The minute you say, "Oh, you don't know a regulation," let me go. Let me start dunking on him. Hey, you didn't come up in with no sources, yo. When I come up
Mm,
on your panel, you better be this brave, bro. That's all I'm
brother.
saying. Be this brave when I see you.
Hey, brother. List the source or substantiate any type of claim. Doesn't matter. Pick one.
I don't know what you're talking about because the young man asked me for the EO that is helping facilitate, and I named it for him, right?
Okay. What's the EO? Hey, stop complaining and
I
give
literally
us
said
the
national
EO.
energy
You okay?
dominance.
What's the number? What's the number? Give us the EO.
Yeah, I don't have the number in front of me. I just have the page as I
Mm,
keep it
thank you
open.
for the disco ball. That's very
Can you give us
I
like the
don't know.
concept of what it does?
Sure. Last week, Donald Trump.
Wait, hold up.
I
Without
literally
reading,
explained
without
it.
reading.
No. I literally explained it 3 times. This one's to facilitate the bureaucracy around drilling to make it easier for them to frack. I said that 3 times, and then he had another one in which that he.
Yeah, but I asked you to name one regulation you disagree with. You couldn't name one regulation.
No, I couldn't name one regulation off the hand. I don't know the names of the regulation off the hand. No.
No, no,
But
the concept of the regulation. Can you give me the concept of it?
No, I can't give you the concept of oh,
He didn't
this
have a
country.
policy. He didn't have an executive order. He didn't have a concept of a plan. Can you tell me what Donald Trump's healthcare plan was?
He had concepts of
What
it.
about childcare plan?
I think it was a $6,000 child tax
Nope.
credit.
Nope. That's Kamala Harris.
No, it's 5,000. No, Kamala had what?
Six
Yeah,
thousand
it was
dollars
kind
for the
of
first year of a
like that.
child's life, 3,600 through them being
She
5
had
years old,
he
3,000
had
through
a
them being
similar
18.
one. He had a
No, he
similar
didn't.
one
He had
though.
zero child tax credit plan. The only child tax credit plan he had was in literally 2016 with the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act when he did it in 2017, right? Specifically, that had increased the child tax credit from $1,000 to $2,000, but no plan for the 2024 election. So absolutely nothing. No child care plan. No housing
The only thing that
affordability plan.
wasn't.
No plan to lower prices. Absolutely nothing. And you voted for this guy based upon vibes.
I didn't
Vibes.
base up. I didn't vote
Thank you
based
for the
upon
heart
vibes,
hands.
bro. I didn't vote based upon vibes. I told you what I voted for: the tariffs, for the mass deportation.
Yeah, but like I asked you for a single policy that actually did any of those things. You couldn't tell me.
What
Okay,
do you mean a
now actually,
single
let's talk about mass
policy that
deportation.
did any of those things?
Let's talk
We
about
don't
mass
need
deportation.
policy to rush the
Can I ask you a
tariffs. We
question?
don't need policy for the mass
Sure,
deportations. We
sure.
don't
Okay,
need
okay,
it.
okay.
I don't
Why?
understand these
Here. Let me ask you this question.
disingenuous questions.
Why do you need to mass deport people?
Uh, well, I don't want to deport all illegal aliens. I do want to get rid of the ones that came in
Undocumented.
under.
Undocumented immigrants, like illegal aliens, is an incredibly dehumanizing term.
He knows this. Keep talking, brother. You may speak.
You a funny
Good
guy,
boy.
bro.
Good job,
You're a
bruh.
funny guy,
Go
bro.
ahead. You are.
You're,
There we go. All right, finish speaking.
you're a
Thank you for the
funny
disco
guy.
ball.
Very funny guy, bro. It's funny how you were crying before and now you got your whole chest out. All right, man. Where were we at? Yeah, I wanted to port the Biden Kamala administration.
Wait, you
Uh,
want to deport the Biden Kamala
yeah,
administration?
the ones that reflect in the border encounters. Mhm.
Okay. Wait,
What?
I don't even know what you're referencing. Border encounters don't necessarily mean they got into the country. Plenty of people, actually, most people who are encountered at the border are actually not allowed into the country. Secondly, if you want to reference right people right in this context, I'm asking you: is it like an economic reason why you want to deport people from the country?
Well,
Is
yeah,
it
we
is
know
it
we
is
were
it like a
spending a lot of
cultural
money.
reason?
Yeah, no, it's not a cultural reason. We were spending a lot of money on them. And spending government spending is inflationary. But we were
Oh, okay.
taking care of. We were taking care of a lot of people that were criminals and detriments to our society over here. And you know this.
Okay, so spending inflationary criminals, and what was the first thing? Spending a lot of money on
Spending,
them. So
spending a lot of
one
money on that.
one they have a higher labor force participation rate than natural born U.S. citizens, meaning that they actually are going to engage in work more than the typical American, meaning they pay more into the system than they're going to take from it. Secondly, undocumented immigrants, right, literally don't get any access to any federal system, so they can't be getting anything from the federal government.
Um,
You're talking about state and local funding for asylum
quick thing,
seekers who are here through a legal process, and then
quick
also
thing,
for
quick
spending
question.
being in. Hold up. Oh, go ahead.
All right, go ahead. Just quick question. Can you make me a mod here so I can like mute people in the
Absolutely
chat?
not.
Why would
No.
we not?
Absolutely not.
Look,
Yeah. So here I can ask a few more questions. First, a little crown. Would you vote for someone who like released violent criminals into the country? Where's that mustache?
what's the question?
Would you vote for someone who released violent criminals into the country?
Would I vote somebody that released violent criminals into the country?
Yeah.
What are you gonna say? Because he gave TPS to certain 200,000 Venezuelans. So since we equating Venezuelans to
I have no
criminals, we're
clue
gonna
what
do
you're
that.
even referencing. No.
Okay, so what are you talking about?
Would you vote for someone who released violent criminals in the country? That's just a basic question. Appreciate the
It's a
sunglasses.
gotcha question because you're gonna be like, look what he did in 2019. What's the
No,
point?
no, I'm
Get to
not
the
going to tell
point.
you anything about what he did in 2019.
All right, I wouldn't vote for anybody who released violent criminals.
Okay,
I'm
well,
gonna.
how do you feel about Donald Trump saying that he would, or not only saying he would, pardoning
He's so
people who
corny,
pled
bro.
guilty and admitted to violently assaulting police officers on January 6th?
Oh no, not the J6. Can we skip this J6 stuff, bro?
Nope, nope,
No, please, let's skip the
nope,
J6 stuff.
nope,
Please.
nope,
Look, sir, I'll send you a rose. Look, I sent you a rose. One rose. No.
no,
Please, let's skip J6.
nope.
Because I don't want to talk about them destroying cyber trucks in all over the nation. Because I want
I'm
to have.
confused. Did the Biden Harris administration pardon people who literally vandalized cyber trucks? I'm
You
confused.
know,
I'm confused. Was that the federal
how much
government who
time did you
pardoned
want
those
these people
people?
to serve,
Was that the
bro? These
president of
people
the
just
United States who
hold up.
pardoned people who did
How
that?
much time? Let me ask you. How much time did you expect these people to do? Like, what you want them to do? You want them to do 1,000 years in jail for this? Like, what did you want them to do for this? What? The unalive penalty?
Maybe a little more than like 3 or 4 years. Maybe a little more than
Three,
timeout.
3 or 4 years. You wanted more than 3 or 4 years for walking through.
No, for people who beat cops.
But not everybody assaulted
I
cops,
never
man.
said everyone
Cops.
assaulted a cop.
So
I
then
said
why are you blanketing all their freedom? Like, oh, he let up cops. Like
I,
they
I
all
never.
beat up cops.
I'm just referencing people who were violent offenders who beat cops. I'm not referencing the people who just walked in. People who just walked in, yeah, they were in prison for a while. Whatever. I think that they should be
All
put
right,
in
but that's the
prison. They should
mass
be held
majority of
accountable
people.
because you cannot do that and you cannot trespass. But it's not like they committed a violent offense. Like I understand the distinction.
Okay.
So, but like you're saying that like you want people who were violent offenders who beat cops to be released back in the country, even those who had literally prior sex crimes. Person on a crown. Who would I expect the Republican Party to have any type of standard on character?
But that doesn't have anything to do with what we were talking about, bro. We just went from like energy to immigration to grape. Like, what's up, bro? Are
We
you
were
not
talking.
nervous?
We were talking about January
You're doing.
6th. We were talking about January
I don't
6th,
want to talk
where
about J6.
Trump released violent offenders in the country who beat cops on January 6th. I thought you guys were pro police.
We appreciate what police do. So what?
Obviously, not enough to say that you stand against the people who literally
But then
beat
not all of
people who were
them.
police officers.
Not all of them assaulted cops. The majority of them didn't assault cops. The majority of them I felt needed to get released
I'm
because they
not. I'm
were
not even
innocent.
talking about. I'm talking about the people who
So
beat cops.
why are you judging all of them?
I'm
By what
not.
a
I
few
never
did?
talked about everyone on
So then why
January
bring up
6th.
J6 if they should be released?
I'm just saying the date that they did that on.
You gaslighting me, bro?
How?
I don't really know what gaslighting means, to be
I
honest with you.
understand that.
Yeah, I don't know. Y'all made up that word in like 2016.
Nope. You
Yeah,
did.
you definitely did.
Nope.
That shit just popped out of nowhere in 2016, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You
Maybe a little bit before that,
bro.
during the
Bro
Black
thinks the
Lives
word
Matter movement.
gaslighting began to exist literally like in 2016, 9 years ago. Are you kidding me?
Something like that. Yeah, y'all made that shit up, bro. The liberals made that shit up, bro.
Liberals did not make up gaslighting. Jesus
Y'all
Christ,
made that shit up. Y'all weird, bro.
dude, you are literally the meme. You're fucking crazy. Gaslighting does not exist. You're literally the meme. I don't think you understand that
Never
what that
heard about
meme
that when
is.
I was in high school. In high school, they wasn't like, yo, you're gaslighting. I never heard
Push
that
the head
shit.
mustache.
Never. That shit came up with your generation. You're gaslighting me. Like, I don't even, whatever.
You are literally the meme right now. You're fucking crazy. You're insane. Gaslighting does not exist. Right?
Nah.
Honestly, gaslighting
Yo,
doesn't
you
exist.
telling me you was
You
using
got you
gaslighting before
liberals created
2016?
it in 2016.
Yo, you telling me, yo, please, people that are older, y'all telling me I was using gaslighting in 2009? No, we weren't, bro. That's a made up term,
Every
Parker.
term is made up. So you can't name a single policy. You can't name anything that they did. Can you name a solution that Donald Trump ever advocated for?
A solution to what?
Anything.
He's advocated for many solutions. He's fixing the country right now as we speak.
Name one solution.
The tariffs.
No, a solution. What is it a solution to?
The tariffs are a solution to the debt that we have. It's going to make our country rich.
You know, Trump signed off on more debt-related spending, right?
Yes.
And you know that our country is who pays the tariff, right?
No.
It's the American importer, which passes it down to the consumer. It's not the foreign country that pays the tariff. You have a misunderstanding of how tariffs operate.
Wow.
Like, I have an economics degree. I understand how tariffs operate.
You have an
You need to
economics
take.
degree?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yes.
You have an economics degree? So you understand how a blanket tariff works?
Yes.
What's a blanket tariff?
It's a tariff on an entire country.
Oh, okay. Can you show me anywhere in Title 19 of U.S. Code, the Trade Act of 30, the Trade Act of 74, or the World Trade Organization filings or lawsuits where they use this term blanket? Because what's a
What?
blanket tariff? That doesn't exist, bro.
When we say blanket tariff, all we mean is literally like a tax on every single import from a certain country. That's all we mean.
No, you guys take it to say that it's going to be at the
Tequila, thank you for the $5.
percent.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. They said I'm 43 years old and I can absolutely confirm that I used gaslighting when I was in high school.
Yo, he's a liar. He's gaslighting right now.
Shut the fuck up. You don't even know what it means. You just said you don't know what it means, but then you just use the term in context.
Because, well, they gave it a definition
Are
and
you
we can use
I
it in
think are you
context.
trolling?
I'm not trolling. Yo, I promise you, I'm a
Just thank you,
hundred
$2.
percent
You
not
no,
trolling, bro.
seriously. You just said you didn't know what gaslighting is, and then you used it
I
in
never
context.
said that I didn't know what gaslighting was. I said
You
y'all make
did.
that shit up, Parker.
You said you don't even know what it is.
Bro, I never said that.
You're
Well, I
literally
said I don't
gaslighting
know
me
what it
right
is.
now. So
That's a fake history. That's what y'all do. Y'all make up fake history to shit. Y'all be like, yo,
who won the 2020 election?
this happened. Y'all make
Who?
up stuff,
Hey,
bro. It's fake. It's fake history,
who
bro.
won the 2020 election?
Who won the 2020 election? Joseph Biden was our president for 4 years.
And what did Donald Trump say about who won the 2020 election?
Donald Trump has his reservations on the election.
You said it a little differently there.
You like it? You like how I worded it?
Here's how you said it before. He's fucking delusional. He literally has no evidence for his position. No, you can't say that whenever it's your side, huh? He has reservations. He has reservations
Bro,
the election results. He has reservations.
yo, a white kid making me the. Hey, you got that one off. You got that one off. But I meant Joseph R. Biden was our president for 4 years, and our Donald J. Trump has his reservations on the 2020 election and how it went and its outcome.
Yeah, yeah. If you want to say it that way, that's fine. Or you could just say he's literally delusional and he believes with zero fucking evidence and zero basis that the election was stolen in 2020. When Democrats weren't in office, they could steal the election, but when they were in office, they couldn't steal the election. Really makes sense. That's totally rational to believe. And it's just the considerations or the reservations that he has about the election. It's not that he's actively fucking totally delusional.
You done, bro?
No, I'm gonna be on live every single day saying this shit.
All right, but y'all got like old talking points and stuff like that. Like, who cares about
What do you mean by
J6?
old talking points?
It's just like the July
that was
talking
four
points,
years
bro.
ago,
It's March.
dude. That was 4 years ago.
That's mad long ago.
No,
That's a
it's
lifetime
not.
ago. 4 years ago.
No, it's not.
What was 4 years ago? 2020, man. It's 4 years ago. 5 years ago.
Dude,
Five, bro.
2021 is when it happened.
Come on now. That's the left. That's the violent, intolerant, demonic left.
Demonic? Do you think I'm demonic?
Yeah, of course.
How am I demonic? Okay.
Yo, listen, you stand for everything that the left stands for. Don't call me guest. Thank you, man. So, can we get to how great the economy is doing right now, bro? Instead of having these stupid talking points from freaking August. All right. If we live in the future, in the present.
Okay.
All right.
You bring up something about the present.
Okay. So you guys promised us inflation
That was in the past.
with the tariff.
That you're
With the
bringing.
tariff.
Why are you bringing up stuff in the past?
All right. So stop. Listen. What I'm telling you is, bro, relax.
You don't like your own argument, do you?
No,
It sounded really dumb when it came out of my mouth, didn't it? It sounded
Listen.
real dumb when it came out of my mouth.
Listen. No, listen to me. What you're doing is you're trying to aggravate me and stuff like that. So I would crash out, and you'd be like, "Look, he's a crash out."
What?
Listen,
That's not at all.
listen to me. Listen.
No,
Right?
my goal is to
You
show you
guys
how the
said
way
that
that you
the
were viewing it was wrong, and to add on to what you were saying, right? Or I mean, if you're totally wrong, I'm gonna call you out for being wrong. But yeah, like
You guys said that the tariffs were inherently inflationary, and the China tariffs of 20% has been instituted since February 1st, and we got the
10%,
March.
10% on China, 20%, 25% on Canada,
No,
25% Mexico.
I think China got an extra
Thank you,
10% on
Steven.
top of that. I think China got an extra 10% on this. 25% on Mexico and Canada for non-USMCA exempt commodity. And did I say that correctly? Yeah, on USMCA exempt commodity. And I still do not see that inflation you guys promised me. You guys said no. The tariffs are going to cause inflation automatically. Where is that? Because the recent CPI report doesn't show any
You get $2. Thank
inflation
you.
across the board.
Okay, I have a question. How?
Well, prices are going up 0.2%. We see that inflation is
I'm
going
gonna
up.
through like a thought experiment here, show you how it increases prices. Why? How does a tariff increase domestic production?
How does a tariff increase domestic production by incentivizing manufacturing and moving to America?
How
As you
so?
see, there you see many companies are avoiding the tariffs and taking advantage of the 15% tax rate that he's proposing, and they're moving manufacturing to America, right? Because they believe in what he's proposing, and they believe that these policies included will be fruitful for them and for America.
So prices of consumer products go up from countries around the world, which incentivizes right businesses to go to the United States so that they can produce it right for a lower cost than the higher cost of goods coming from other countries to the American consumer, meaning that the price of goods overall increased for the American consumer in order for there to be an increase in domestic production. And if there wasn't much of an increase in the price for the goods coming to the country, well then that would just mean that there actually isn't going to be much of an increase in domestic production. So if you do think that tariffs do increase domestic production, you are committed to saying that they increase prices.
No,
Okay.
no,
Okay. Well, you're just like you don't understand what you're saying.
no. You don't understand what you're
I
saying.
do. I do. I have a degree.
You are against you are against all that is natural on the earth. Everything your side believes is literally against nature.
What does natural mean?
Yo, I hate it when y'all do this
Tara,
goofy
thank you so
stuff,
much for the
bro.
whale diving. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
That Terror Girls.
Thank you so much, the corgi. No, can you tell me what does natural mean?
I don't want to answer that question, bro.
Why not?
I'm not answering that question. I'm not answering these. They're really
No,
annoying.
no, no,
These
wait, no, no,
defines
no, 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 no. You
finest
brought,
word stuff. Like, stop. I'm not
dude.
doing it,
This it's
bro.
an important
And I
thing. I
already
need to
did
know
it
what
for
you
the
mean.
first one, bro. I did it for
Okay,
the
okay,
first one.
okay.
I
Do you
defined it.
want me to give you a definition? You can just say you agree with it
No,
or
I
not.
don't want you. All right, you want to your made up definition of natural. Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, like, do you mean like it exists in nature? Is that what you mean?
No.
Then what do you mean? I just want to clarify what you mean.
Natural, conducive for life,
Conducive for
conducive for
life.
the earth, and conducive for life.
Okay, so I'm against what's conducive towards
Yeah,
life.
yeah. You stand for AB. You
Okay.
stay. You stand for Kids could be T people. Man, I don't want to
What?
get into. I
Wait,
don't want to get into these
you're
conversations.
a Christian, right?
Yeah, I believe Jesus Christ is Lord, the Most High God. Yeah.
What is a man?
No, we're not doing this. No, we're not having the.
You know
We're not
exactly what
having the.
argument I'm providing against you.
Come on, come on,
You
come
have
on.
no
We're not having
response.
the Matt Walsh, bro. Look, bro.
That's not Matt Walsh. That's what I gave to Charlie Kirk. So how
Oh,
about
I
you answer the
see you
question?
thirsty for Charlie Kirk. I seen that, bro. I was like, yo, what's up with dude? Like, you're better than that. You flew all the way to do that.
I live in LA.
Oh, you live in LA?
That was like less than 30 minutes away from me.
All right, bro. Okay, all right, okay. You don't look that. It was a little bit thirsty though. You can't lie. You don't. It seems a little bit
No, it's
thirsty.
because he said he would debate me, and then he literally didn't debate me. He literally told me he would debate me after the election, and then literally after the election came by, and now he doesn't want to debate me. He unfollowed me. He used to follow
And
me, where he said he would debate me after Jubilee. He said like we'll set up a time, right? And then he went on George Janko's podcast saying I'm disingenuous. He also said on George Janko's podcast saying that he would debate Dean. He also won't debate Dean. They also set up a 2v2 between us, me and Dean versus him and someone else. Didn't answer with that either after they literally set that up. So he's terrified. He actively said he wouldn't debate me on another podcast, right? Because he's clearly scared of me. Like
packed you
I'm
up.
like to be totally
Your own
frank,
peers packed you up. They hit the red
to
flag
be
on you
totally
when you
frank,
getting watched.
to just be totally frank, I'm not some just typical liberal, okay? Right? I have a platform, right? And I think that when you have a platform in the debate scene
Okay.
against other people who are in the debate scene who have a platform, to some degree, you should debate those people, right? And Charlie, I think, should debate me because I have a platform and I'm engaging in productive dialogue all the time. And I have good reasons to be able to dispute what he's saying, and he doesn't want to engage against what I have to say because I have good reasons that can dispute what he's saying.
That's between you and him, bro.
Okay, well then why'd you bring it up?
Did I bring it up? I think you brought it up.
No, you brought it up.
Nah, I think you brought up Charlie Kirk.
Oh, I got banned. Great, dude. Harassment and bullying? Are you kidding me?